君に命を救われ魂を奪われた私だ。今度は私が君の魂を救い古き君の命を奪おう。
Yo, he took the mask off. Ah, we saw you. Too late now. Now we're gonna call the cops.
「無理しなくていい。まだ休んでいるといい。
起きられます。
清めの水が少し強すぎたのかもしれない。君は思った以上に繊細で敏感なようだ。でもよく頑張ったね、美奈子。さあ先に進もう。
This poor girl, dude. No worries, Dragon. Enjoy your sleep. You know, I gotta be completely honest, man. Like, I still don't know how far into the game we are. Maybe some real fucked up shit happens towards the end, but like, everybody made a big fucking deal about the fact that Ryukishio 7 was gonna write this and how the game was just gonna be mega fucked up because of it. You know, the game got banned here and there or whatever, right? They couldn't be released because of the rating or what have you. I gotta say, so far the game is like insanely tame. Like, it's beyond tame. But who knows? Maybe in a little bit we'll things will ramp up.
先に行って支度をしておく。お別れをしてくるといい。
はい。
A little bit more information about the middle school. A world that's not a playground like elementary school, but not as mature as high school. Middle school, to me, was like the stage between a tadpole and a frog. I guess you could say it's a period of grotesque transformations, much like this game. Up until elementary school, Shu and I would have water fights, and we wouldn't mind if our underwear showed. Once we entered middle school, though, while we might not have paid any mind to things like that, others around us did. It just felt like our world changed in a snap. Boys and girls used to think of one another as mortal enemies, always bickering and fighting each other, but now it suddenly turned into such a weird dynamic where we have to treat each other in a completely different way. It's fine for people who want to do that because the people around them are doing the same. But for someone like me who really couldn't care less about what people think, that's not the case. A little bit more information about Rinko. Rinko is always asking whether Shu and I are an item. I tell her every time that we're not, but she never seems to buy it. I heard a rumor that Rinko was gossiping about me behind my back. I suppose love can tear apart even the closest of friends. I don't know what to do. I think you should stop being friends with them. It's what I think. There are times when those kind eyes that watch me through the slits of the fox mask turn frighteningly sharp. It's as if he's looking right through me, piercing the very depths of my soul. When we walk hand in hand, he always stays one step ahead, as if guiding me somewhere. With my hand in his, I can keep my eyes cast down towards my feet when I walk. When he tugs gently on my hand, I know what true happiness is. I don't have to think about anything anymore as long as I do what he tells me. I know I will be happy. See, and this is why I think that this guy is Shu. Okay. Oh, let's see what's behind door. Never mind. Let's see what's behind door. Never mind. Interact with this we must. Interact with this we must. I see. I am ready. Sakuko's parent-teacher journal. Just a note. As Sakuko's mother, I want to thank you for teaching my daughter. I wanted to apologize for what happened the other day on the field trip. It seems Sakuko caused a lot of trouble. My daughter has been that way ever since she was young. As a child, she always hated when we turned off the lights to go to bed, and she avoided dark movie theaters and tunnels like the plague. I mistakenly thought that she had overcome her fear of the dark, now that she's grown up. I believe the reasons her fear came back during the field trip is because she's accustomed to sleeping in a different environment. I gave her a stern talking to for behaving so shamefully at her age. She has since reflected on her behavior and is sorry for how she acted. Please accept both her and my apologies. That's kind of fucked up. The fact that the daughter, Sakuko, freaked out because she's afraid of the dark. She was forced to apologize for that. Sakuko is our friend, correct? Yes, the one that died, unfortunately. I think Sakuko may have read one too many of those bizarre comics. Lately, she'll be laughing all happily one moment, then turn deadly serious and spout off some weird nonsense the next. Apparently, she's acting like that because she thinks it's cool, but it kind of creeped me out the first few times she did it. I hope she gets over this weird supernatural phase of her. Nice. Okay, we can finally get our first upgrade. I mean, we could have gotten plenty of upgrades, but I do want to get one more Omamori slot. So this one doubled in price. I wonder if these will be the same thing then. We find so many of these that I think I will sell them. I mean, maybe that's what I should have been doing, right? I keep talking about how, like, there are so many consumables and so many of these items and we're always stocked up that maybe I should just constantly sell the ones we have. Considering, like, the basic healing items cannot be sold anyways. Maybe I should have been doing this since the start. Oh well. So, does this have the bird? Alright, so that'll be that door. Enemies defeated in areas illuminated by evil warding lanterns will be unable to reanimate. Okay. I was a little too slow on that. That was so slow, dude. I might not use the Naginata. I mean, I guess it's more for the poking ability than it is for, like, the heavy attack, but man, dude, it is so slow. Let me see how long it takes to fight off with this. Okay, I'm just gonna stick to the dagger, unless I actually need to poke. Or not the dagger. What's it called? The Kaiken. I'm gonna stick to the Kaiken. Unless I actually need the poking range, I don't see the benefit of using the Naginata. Whoa, that was a weird noise. Can we open any of these? Okay, I had to make sure that she stayed inside. Look, it's our friend. Ah, I was too late on that. See, I think this is maybe where the Naginata might come in handy. Since it is like a slower enemy. Tanky son of a gun, dude. Golly. Something else out there. In a weird way, it reminds me of the church monster from RE6. Oh, the one that screams and attracts the other enemies. Is this my locker? I don't know, you tell me. Oh man, it's this fucking guy. I thought I was far enough away. It's okay, he didn't do that much damage anyways. Okay, okay, alright, alright. Alright. I also think that perfect dodging an attack, restoring all of your stamina is a little crazy. It's just a little crazy. He just really likes us. He was just very excited to see us. Oh, that's gonna be annoying, so we can't get to it. You know, it's funny you should ask, because realistically, I don't even know where I am. I gotta be honest with you. This kind of reminds me a little bit of Fatal Frame. You know what? Fair. I do launch and affectionately attack friends after a long time of not seeing them. Whatever works, right? Uh-huh. I waited way too long on that. As I did on that. There we go. Sakuko's diary. I hate the dark. It reminds me that I'm all alone. Everyone's always telling me that I'm a little weird, that I'm a bit strange. I'm the weird kid who's always by herself. I can forget my loneliness at school inside a classroom full of people chatting away. In the dark, however, it comes creeping back. The handwriting here turns erratic and emotional. I know the truth. I know what Hinako really thinks of me. She thinks I'm weird, just like all the others. I know it's true. I know she's making fun of me behind my back. That's a bit sad. Some people do think this way, and it's no fault of their own, but people that have certain traumas or have had certain terrible social experiences, right? They can sort of sometimes jump to the worst conclusions, right? Even though maybe Hinako is super friendly and super accepting of Sakuko and, you know, she considers her a friend and everything. Here is Sakuko talking about her fears and whatnot, thinking that, you know, she thinks she's weird, so she thinks that everyone else must think that she's also weird, including somebody who is meant to be her friend, that, you know, she must be with me just out of pity. You know, she must be faking that she likes me. It's quite sad. Yeah, like, I don't think the game has gotten fucked up yet, but it's gotten, like, very grounded to stuff that I myself have felt around this age, or stuff that I know people around me have felt or still feel. So I don't think it's gotten, like, super dark and super fucked up. At least not to me. But it's definitely felt very real at times. Does she think they don't badmouth her when she's not around? I can't stand the fact that she puts on a fake smile and acts like she's the only normal one, all while looking down on me. She makes me so mad. I hate her. I hate her so much. Oh my god, it's the Zelda logo. Yeah, I mean... Hey, yo. Yeah, I mean, so... I'm starting to think... Initially, I thought that everybody else was dead. That maybe through our own accident, we somehow caused something that might have killed our friends. Because they seemed to disappear out of nowhere and whatnot. And then we got to a point where, you know, on the way to the school, the character dropped the line. Rinko talking to Shu, telling her, you know, you need to come to the realization that Hinako is dead. So now I'm starting to wonder, because it seems like that for one reason or another, whether it's through, like, projection, whether it's because, like, for example, here we read Tsunako, who hates us because we're putting on a smile, right? We are acting normal despite people talking shit behind our back. So she acknowledges that people are mean to us, but she thinks that because we're not suffering from it, or that we're not showing that we're suffering from it, she thinks that we must think we're better than her. And so this pushes Sunako to hate us. Rinko hates us because she thinks we're dating Shu. She is in love with Shu. So now I'm starting to wonder if, like, we've even read some of the enemies. One of the enemies is supposed to be like a ball of rage, right? So now I'm starting to wonder if us being dead means that they killed us out of jealousy and hatred. They just wanted us gone, and maybe they did something. I mean, we see this in a few other Japanese medias, be it manga, be it anime, where they try to play an incredibly mean prank on somebody, and then instead of just simply being a prank to teach them a lesson, it goes south very fast and it ends up killing the person, right? So this is definitely a recurring theme in some of the darker Japanese stories. So maybe that's where it's going. So maybe I closed this too soon. It seems like, yeah. Hold on though. Let me go check out what was in the room with this. Man, if you don't shut up. Thankfully, that only does sanity damage, so I'm not too worried about it. Okay. So, let's go. Oh, yeah, they're not in a lantern lit area. Right. Let's go ahead and pull this real quick. So we can actually go back through that area. Because I didn't get a chance to check it out. Okay. Okay. No, I get it. We're cheating. I pressed the button, video game. I promise you. I promise you, video game. I promise you. I was contemplating if I should use the med kit or not, but... Oh, this looped us back. Oh! Oh, right. And this is just gonna lead us back. Let me see. Right, we need that to be open. Oh wait, did I never go down these ones? Yeah, shit, I guess not, huh? What are you in a hurry for? I should really kill it in here just in case, but... Yeah, because this is a mirror of, like, the school and such, right? Pages from an observation log. Hey, Mr. Rabbit, guess what? I made my first ever friend today. Her name is Shimizu Hinako. But Mr. Rabbit, she's my first ever real-life human friend, so I'm a little scared. What if she throws me away and forgets me? I'm so scared of that happening. When I told my new best friend Hinako this, she said she'd never, ever abandon me. Not ever, she promised me. But you know what, Mr. Rabbit? What if Hinako breaks her promise? What if she betrays me? What if she's lying? No. I don't want to think about that. Hinako said she wouldn't ever leave me. She promised. I have to believe her. Because that's what friends do, right? They believe each other. Hinako, if you betray me, you'll pay. I'll make you pay and regret ever hurting me. Got it? Huh. Typical note that friends leave each other. I'm coming up, so you better get this party started. I'm coming up. The animation is so good. Okay. Okay. It just doesn't stop. Here comes another one. Come on, fella. Oh, he was going for the grab. Kind of locked myself in a corner there. Ah! Come on, get me out of the corner, dude. Come back under the lantern. Bad idea. Oh, dude, the camera is so bad in small spaces. I mean, I guess maybe that's the point here, to feel like claustrophobic. Like, damn, dude, that's... Could really see shit most of the time. Yeah, I don't like the dodge. I think maybe that's part of... Well, there's other elements that I know are preventing me from really enjoying the combat. But I think the dodging is one of those elements. God, the grabs do so much damage. Oh, let me get in the damn thing, dude. Come here, fella. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I don't know why I decided to dodge there. Oh, come on. Oh man, we're gonna have to pop. Yeah, we'll pop a medkit. Would seem to find enough of these anyways. Sakuko's dream. Oh, hey. That explains the puzzle. Sakuko's diary. My family has served as caretakers of Senentsugi Shrine for generations, but for the past few decades, the shrine's popularity has been on the decline. You know, I kind of forgot that I made my little energetic drink. When it came time for my dad to become the head priest, he declined the role and got a regular office job instead. Mom and dad are always saying negative things about the shrine, that head priests are obsolete. I'm inclined to agree with. Even my grandfather says that the tradition of upkeeping Senentsugi's shrine will die with his generation. I help out as a Miko at the shrine whenever an event's held. Miko being a shrine maiden, I believe. It mentioned that earlier in the game. I love how dignified the rituals are and the way they make me feel like my soul is being cleansed. I'd like to be more than just a helper at the shrine. I think I'd like to become a head priest one day. Wrong way. You gotta come in here. Oh, I missed that and I went into her. Oh, we got an achievement for killing a certain number of enemies. Sounds like a police siren is going off at times. These can be interacted with. Sheet of fine paper. Two must face each other as one to pray for mutual prosperity. Those who do shall lift their heads to level height as if they were reflections in a mirror, as custom dictates. With a shading of light shall you condemn the past of the dark. At level, so I gotta, I'm assuming about that height, maybe? Oh, what the fuck? I did it? I mean, those two are facing each other and those two are facing each other, and I guess these are down below as well. Like, was that... You know what? You know what? Had the same thing happen. Maybe the game just got tired. I was like, fuck it, this is the answer. Restraint lampshade. A lampshade found near Sakuko's cell. The design resembles something tangling. Talon lampshade. A lampshade found near Sakuko's cell. The design resembles sharp talons. I'm sorry, but I had to do it. Damn. That's kind of cold, dude. Oh, that's kind of cold, dude. The White Rabbit emblem key, obtained after bidding farewell to Sakuko. It seems to be able to open a door somewhere, and it's much bigger than a normal key, as if it was made for some huge creature to use. Yeah, that's kind of fucked up. I mean, what is that supposed to represent? Us like damning her like spirit into eternal darkness? That's fucked up, dude. I mean, she does it without... I think she does hesitate, though, there, when she kind of stops for a little bit. I think she's kind of, like, afraid. Because she doesn't react to it. She doesn't look back. And I don't think because she's, like, you know, a cold, hard killer. I think it's she knows that if she turns around, she wouldn't be able to go through with it, you know what I mean? The rabbits are prey and facing each other. Prey is used in the riddle, but it's wanting you to use the prey spelling. The foxes are facing the same way, so they're mirrored. Yeah, that's what I thought at first as well. When it started talking about things facing each other, I figured that it was probably just, again, like the previous puzzles, that it was probably just supposed to be taken at face value with, like, you know, trying to get specific statues to face each other. Instead, I got hung up with trying to level these fucking things in the right way. I don't know if that fucking even mattered. I presume we still have to do this though, right? Yeah, so far this has been the thing. It's just, I've mentioned it yesterday when I was stuck a little bit on that first puzzle, that I think it's because I'm on the harder difficulty that it makes me think that there's no way that it's that simple. And so I pick up on what the puzzle wants me to do right away, and then my brain goes, no, but that's too easy, right? We're on a harder difficulty, it's gotta be something else. And then I start looking at other details. And then after wasting a bunch of time, I go back and go, okay, well, let's just keep it simple. Let's just try the first intuition, and that ends up being the case. Yet I keep fucking doing that in every fucking puzzle. And yeah, again, as I mentioned, it seems like the hardest difficulty isn't really making the puzzle harder itself, more so than it's throwing in more elements to confuse you, right? Don't forget too, there are people who struggle with puzzles on the easiest difficulty. Yeah, I mean, I don't doubt that. That's gonna be the case for... Oh, look at the heat distortion. From a fucking candle? Dog, what is that candle burning at? 1,000 degrees? Holy shit. Yeah, I mean, I don't doubt that. I think there's elements that people struggle with in just about every game that, you know, maybe even the majority of players might find a little bit easier. So yeah, I'm not surprised that some people might struggle with some of these puzzles even on easy. That's hot. It's not the heat of the can.
今日は一段と綺麗だね。
Yo, do we get to drop Rinko in the lava? Do we get to give her a fucking Arnold send-off? Yo. All right, best part of the game. Word up. Get out of here, dude. I didn't even think about looking at the fucking ceiling. I should have, though. Son of a god. I am probably gonna need to go back and flip it, though, because we didn't check out that other green room. There are so many of you, brother. Ooh, dried carcass. That's quite nice. There's some of the imagery in this game is so... It's top notch.
学校遠い昔みたい。
Well, I don't know about jerky. Really? This is what we picked up. It's a dried carcass. I wish it was jerky. Oh man, I haven't had proper good beef jerky in a minute.
給食お昼休み
You know, speaking of jerky, I'm still upset at fucking Costco for getting rid of the beef sticks that I enjoyed. There was this package. It was fairly cheap for what it was, too. I don't remember the brand, but it was like pepperoni sticks, essentially. But it had like a bunch of different... It had 3 peppers in there. One of them was like a Thai chili, jalapeno, and like one other. I can't remember what it was. Oh, dude, it was so fucking good. They were so fucking good, man. I was upset. We picked them up, and the next time we went to Costco, we usually go to Costco like maybe once a month. We don't go there too often. When we went there, the next time they were not there anymore. They had gotten rid of them. Oh, I'm so fucking upset. I should try to see if I can find them on thy Google and see if I can order them somewhere else, because they were really good. Class observation log. In continuation from last semester, I'm to be class president once again. I hope we can make this another wonderful semester. The role of class president holds a lot of responsibilities, but I think I'm up to the task. Even when I was young, I always wanted to be the mom or big sister whenever I played house. I think it's because I really enjoy looking after others. I believe that every single student in our class has things they excel in, as well as things they could stand to work on. In my view, the purpose of a class president is to help others with their shortcomings so we can make school an enjoyable place for everyone. Wow. Spoken like a fucking dictator, dude. Okay, just don't do the thing, I guess. Out of stamina. That one should be basically dead. By now, anyways. One down. Oh, I got them confused. That was the one that was almost dead. Okay, well. That works, I guess. Forward-facing fox crest, an emblem found in a strange room. It has some jutting out at the bottom that seems like it can be inserted somewhere. Yeah, I was gonna say we need 2 other emblems. Let's get out of here, dude. Okay, so we need to go flip that switch again. Because, yeah, I need to go into that green room that I... Whoa, it took us back out here. Alright. That's... Oh, Jesus Christ, man! Jesus, game. But we should be able to get through with the white here. That flips the... Okay, so let's go check out the green section. So this is going to be emblem 2. I want to learn more about Rinko, because I've been talking mad shit about Rinko, but maybe she has a reason for being the way she is. I think the only classmate here so far that's redeemable, we don't know anything about Shu, realistically. Shu seems like a decent dude so far, mainly because we don't know anything about him other than he's always treated Hinako with respect, never forced her to be girly, never talked her down for not acting like a woman, right? So Shu seems to be a pretty respectable dude so far. And Sakuko, I mean, her hatred for Hinako, while unjustified, came from a very real place of her own issues that she was dealing with. But I guess we'll see what happens. Rinko is the one that I actually just straight out dislike, so I'm curious if the game can change that for me. Crumpled letter. Sorry for writing you a letter out of the blue. I know we could just talk at school, But when I'm around you, I always end up be whoever wrote it. Stop here. Hey, I know this is really last minute, but would you mind coming shopping with me on Sunday? I want to know what clothes would look cute on me, from a boy's perspective, that is. What do you The letter ends here abruptly. So this is Rinko trying to write different notes, trying to essentially sort of invite Shu to a date, right? Or at least get him to hang out, but clearly these are like scrapped results, yeah. I love you so much, you never leave my thoughts, Rinko. I kept thinking there has to be something behind Rinko acting the way she does. It's like Rinko doesn't trust Hinako one bit, but why? Yeah, I mean, at this point in time, all we know is that Rinko is in love with Shu, and she thinks that we are also in love with Shu. So she sees us as competition when really we're not. But because of the way, I mean, we see some magazines and stuff like that sort of hint around that way, right? And, you know, the whole societal norms would dictate that be the case as well, where a woman has to act woman. So if we're not acting womanly, we must then be acting like a boy just to be in the good graces of Shu. So she probably sees us as like a double-faced person, right? She doesn't like us because she thinks we're gonna steal her man, when even Hinako here in the pages in the journal about Rinko, Hinako tells Rinko, yeah, go ahead, ask him out. You know? But she sees us as some sort of competition. She sees us as somebody who's too close to the man that she's in love with, somebody who's going to take her love away from her, as well as she doesn't like the fact that we're not acting like a woman, when she herself is probably trying as hard as she can to be pretty and to be womanly. You know, it even says that one of her latest thing that she's really attached to is fashion and all of that. So she's probably bending over backwards to be the ideal woman. Shu is still not really giving her the time of day. We're not being the ideal woman, and in her head, she's like, this doesn't make sense, right? I think, I mean, that's what we have so far anyways at this point in time. That's disgusting. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if that's the case, yeah. Sorry, I know this must seem like it's coming out of nowhere, but what exactly is Hinako to you? Are you two just friends, or are you more than friends? I want you to tell me the... I know this is none of my business, but could you keep your distance from Shu? You know people tend to get the wrong idea when boys and girls our age spend too much time together, and you don't want to cause any issues for Shu, do you? You should really think more about how you be... You're nothing but a fly. All you do is get in the way, get lost, or at the very least shut your trap and stop bothering others, and quit buzzing around Shu all the damn time. Look at all the drawings of Shu everywhere. Oh, dude, that's so sick. Are there any more crumpled notes before we interact with that other doll? Yeah. Rinko is maybe a little obsessed with Shu. Right, we're facing Foxcrest. An emblem found in a strange room. It has some jutting out at the bottom that seems like it can be inserted. No enemy to fight in this one? I don't believe it for a damn second. I really gotta be honest. I kind of want to just avoid you right quick. I hope you're not too mad about that. I'm sure you understand. You must understand. Oh, this must have been the store, huh? Letter from Rinko to Hinako. Hinako, here. You'll feel better after eating this. Forget what those jerks said today, and don't worry, they'll be getting an earful from me. You just have to be yourself, Hinako. You can't worry about what other people say is normal. That's their normal, not yours. I'll always be looking out for you. From your best friend, Rinko. So what happened?
ここを千鶴屋を手放すんだ。進まなきゃ先に。
Rinko's secret journal. Why do I have to live here of all places? Shu lives all the way on the other side of town, meaning my dream of us walking home together will never come true. I remember how I organized everyone from class to go to Chizuruya together after school. We chatted as we walked and went our separate ways home. The walk to the store was painfully short. Still, having just a few extra minutes that I could spend with Shu outside of school was all I could have asked for. Yeah, this is a, one might say, unhealthy obsession. Shu and I decided that this place was the Space Army's HQ when we played Space War. When it wasn't just us playing, we'd gather here to have mission briefings while eating candy. These candies bring back memories. Oh, hello. This fucking game. When he stands up like that, sometimes I can't tell whether he's going for the grab or just doing like the slam attack that he normally does. Oh, dude. I'm good. I don't like some of the attacks that the enemies have. They feel so cheap. Oh, I slept on that one. Ooh. Yeah, I guess we didn't have to fight him. We could have just like walked around looking for the right thing, I guess, huh? Oh, there it is. I wonder if you can see it without like moving anything around. Letter from Rinko to Hinako. Hinako, here you'll feel better after eating this. Such a kind person, you know. Would someone who isn't kind give little treats with a wonderful message to their sad friend? I am so kind. You just have to be yourself, Hinako, because whenever I'm by your side, I realize what an amazing person I am. Whenever I help you out, it makes me realize how kind I am. I'll always be looking out for both you and Sakuko. Because when I look after you two pitiful creatures, it makes me feel so superior. Like a teacher, or a parent, or pet owner even. Wow, what a shitty person. Yeah, that's shitty. There are some people that are like that. Like, there are some partners that are like, you know, the breadwinners, for example, of the household, and they don't want the other person, they don't want their partner to be financially responsible, so they have like this sense of dominance, right? The sense of like, oh, I'm taking care of you, you need me, you know. Makes them feel better. There's people that'll be friends with people that they think are not as good looking as them, just so they can feel better about themselves, right? These people exist. This is what I mean. Like, so far it doesn't seem like overly fucked up. I've definitely played games where like far worse shit happens, but like this is very real so far. All right. Oh shit. See you later, Chief. You know, shit happens. Shit happens. The tri-scale emblem key, obtained after bidding farewell to Rinko. It seems to be able to open a door somewhere, and it's much bigger than a normal key, as if it was made for some huge creature to use. Reaper, Alice, welcome in. Return what is lost. I'm doing all right. Quite tired, actually, but I'm doing all right. Sheet of fine paper. Carry not any memory of what has come to pass beyond this point. Lay all bare upon the pedestal first. The door shall not open to those who harbor regrets in their heart. This is going pretty good, I'd say. Nice. Is Ghost of Yota on your October list? No. Ghost of Yota happens to not be a horror game and not be a sci-fi horror game, so it's definitely not something I will be playing for October. In October, we strictly play horror games all month, and we usually theme it around something. I'll play it eventually, because I did really like Ghost of Tsushima, and I really do want to play Ghost of Yota, but no, not anytime soon. Games are a little too pricey. There are too many games, and not even just too many games, too many good games. It's a good problem to have for sure, but golly, dude. Decision paralysis is real. It wouldn't be so bad if games weren't so expensive, but when they are, you know, you gotta limit what you pick. Hello, it's my wife. Drawing of young Shimizu Hinako. Even if it was drawn by an elementary school student, it's still too bad. This is too bad? Even if dude, that's better than anything I could draw. Fuck. Game, you ain't gonna call me out like that. This is definitely drawn on purpose. I don't know. This is giving me fucking Picasso vibes. This could probably sell for a couple $1 million in an art gallery. Like, legitimately, you think this is not bad. I don't think this is bad. I think this is nice. I mean, sure, maybe it was drawn with the intent to make the person look ugly, but like, I don't think, artistically, I don't think this is bad from an elementary school kid. There are all kinds of curses written on it, such as stupid, disgusting, etc. But you know what's free? The amazing trip that is I Love You, Colonel Sanders, a finger-licking good dating simulator. True. That is free. You know what also it is not? A sci-fi horror game. Your streams are so good of an influence that they are the sole reason I started to try for all-nighters. Yeah, see, that's... I was being sarcastic when I said they were a good influence. Exactly for those reasons. Another Emma. Nice. I guess I could pop a bandage, but just don't feel like I need to. I should, though. Enemies do a ton of damage. I think at this HP, I could actually die. What is this now? Oh, dude! Oh my god! I've seen a few hentais where nipples were holes as well, but I don't know if that's what they were going for here or not. Okay. Yeah, okay. Okay. Nope, that's, you know, hey. She is tanky, dude. I like that we can use her to body block from the other enemy. I should have attacked there. I don't know why I went for the dodge. Okay, I think we actually gotta take care of this one. Okay, I do like that. When you engage... Oh, there we go. There we go. Beautiful. So that's happened a couple of times now. When an enemy allows us to do the counterattack, we can hit the other enemy, and it hits the other enemy with the same power of the counterattack. You think that the counterattack only works on the enemy that opens itself up for it, but it seems like the way that the game is coded, rather than the enemy taking more damage from opening themselves up to a counterattack, the counterattack gives your character a more powerful attack. So if that attack hits multiple enemies, it's going to do the counterattack damage to all of the enemies it hits, even if the other enemies weren't open to a counterattack, which I think is kind of neat. I don't know if it makes sense, but it's kind of neat. Do not look away from the screen when she's fighting. The noises she makes are... Whoa. A ray gun. It has been used so many times that the paint is peeling off everywhere. It seems to have been bought for him at the festival. He's written in ballpoint pen, "Hide it. Hinako's going to steal it." Ah, so that's probably for the Space War stuff. Yeah, welcome to horror games where sounds of pain often come across as sounds of pleasure. Which is gonna probably be even more true once we get around to playing the Hellraiser game. Please, no more tears. It is a waste of good suffering. Brainiac Hero Comic. The inside page was full of drawings. Hinako were drawn at the bad guys that the protagonist defeated. Moreover, in order to make the method of death even more bizarre than the manga's presentation, they stubbornly added a lot of scattered blood and guts. Oh, hello there. Oh, I thought the other one had jumped up. Did I tell you this Borrow Day open lasted less than 6 months before it closed? Maybe not even that. The bitch probably had the signage on the outside longer than it was open. Yeah, I don't think Sbarro's that good. I think there's a reason why it's mostly in airports and malls and shit. I think I would pick Little Caesar over Sbarro any day of the week. I never got to try it. I was going to swing by and get a slice and see if it was as bad as people say, but the times never lined up. Also, the prices were insane compared to other big American chains. Yeah, I mean, I've had it once, and it wasn't bad, right? Like, is it as bad? I think people blow shit out of proportion. Like, I think people blow Starbucks coffee out of proportion, telling you it's the worst fucking thing ever. It's okay. It's fine. It's okay. It's the same way Sbarro pizza is. It's just okay, you know? I would say something like 7-Eleven pizza is terrible because it's literally plastic. Like, you bite into that shit and it doesn't have the flavor nor the texture of pizza. But even something like Little Caesar, which is like at the bottom of the totem pole, it's fine. It's okay. If you just need pizza, that's fine. That's kind of where Sbarro's at. Starbucks is the most expensive and worst out of our high street chains. See, and people say that it's really expensive here too, and I'm not saying it's not, because I think how much this costs is expensive for a coffee. But like, this was 30 ounces, $6. I mean, I can spare $6 for a 30-ounce coffee. I mean, I think you should avoid Starbucks because it's a shit company. I say as I'm drinking it, but yeah. I prefer caffeinero if I'm getting a coffee from a place like this. Yeah, we have Starbucks, we have Dunkin' Donuts, which honestly, Dunkin' Donuts is shit. I don't like it. I know a couple of people that love it. I don't like Dunkin' Donuts. I think we then have Dutch Bros. I've never actually had coffee from Dutch Bros. Every time I go to Dutch Bros, I get one of their Rebel drinks, right? It's like what is essentially Red Bull. It's their own mix, but it tastes like Red Bull. So it's basically like Red Bull mixed in with like flavorings and other stuff. I've never had their coffee. There's a local spot that I actually really like. It's owned by the same people that own the tea shop that I normally go to. And I've been there twice, and they have some really good coffee and some really good hot teas. The problem is they're not quick, right? So like if I'm like running late for stream and I need some caffeine, I would love to stop by there, but you know, you're gonna have to wait like 10, 15, 20 minutes or whatever, right? Because it's actually pretty busy, but you know, it's like, it's one of those like cozy, like New York style places, right? Where you go there, you sit down, you vibe to the music, you know? Yeah, they do good stuff. But I can't think of other chains other than, yeah, Starbucks, Dunkin' Donuts, and Dutch Bros. There's probably some others that I'm missing. I don't know how popular it is. There's there's a couple of spots here in California at the very least. I don't know if it's elsewhere. It's called Bottoms Up. And it's basically like Hooters, but for coffee. So you have like girls in like bikini or swimwear and whatnot giving you coffee. That's like their big draw. Talk about fucking expensive. A drink this size at Bottoms Up is like twice the cost. And you know what? The ladies are beautiful. I'm not gonna spend twice as much on a coffee just because a pretty lady's giving it to me. Whoa! What is going on to Shu?
来てくれたんだな、相棒。俺はお前にいいんだ。ひな子の好きなようにして。俺は相棒の選択なら受け入れるぜ。
Oh shit! Even Shu, no mercy! God damn! You cold, Hinako. You cold. Although, something is wrong. Because you see how she's always looking down? It seems like she's afraid of looking back. Like, if she was to look back, she would not go through with whatever's going on. But also, when Fox Mask guy there put his hand on her shoulder, it's kind of like if she was snapped out of a daze. Like, she wasn't fully aware of what she was doing there. The blank stare is out of character for her, I think, a little bit, but I think it's on purpose. How does this guy know us, and why is he so obsessed with us progressing? What does he benefit from all of this? When I lived in the US, Daylight was my donut place. The apple fritter from there was astonishingly good. I don't think I've ever heard of that place. You don't drink coffee? That's fair. My girlfriend also was not a big fan of coffee. I think Costa was owned by Coca-Cola, but they were just sold. What if a hunky dude was giving it to you instead of a pretty lady? I don't know. I'd get on all fours and bark. I don't know. I'm not into dudes, man. If a hunky dude was giving me the coffee, I still would. Now, if you give me a femboy in a pretty dress, we can have a chat.